Yo, peep this. You just clicked on Let's View It, and I'm Tyrone Cross. Welcome to my channel, so you already know. Let's view it. 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 What's up, real ones? You guys already know what it is. This is Let's View It, where you can find me reacting to TikTok videos and discussing the latest topics, the greatest topics, the craziest topics. But the catch is, I do it my way. And just to let you know, this channel's for the real. It's not for no sissy lalas. So if you're a virgin clicker, and this is the first time you ever clicked on my video, then you're new to the crew and we welcome you. Cause here on Let's View It, it's a family thing. And all you gotta do to be part of this family permanently is after this video, if you like how I do what I do, please subscribe, help support this channel, and help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by September 30th, which will be Let's View It's 1-year anniversary. Dang, I'm slowly becoming a vet in the game. So now let's get into this video. This video, it's asking a controversial question and it's being answered by someone that doesn't know the answer. And that question is a transgender tricking you if they want to wait to tell you they're trans? So you already know. Let's view it.
Is a trans woman tricking you if she waits to tell you she's trans? No, there's a lot of different reasons why she might be waiting. First of all, she might not be that interested in you and not think you're gonna make it very far. Sorry, bud. Number two, she might not be that comfortable with you. She might not trust you yet. And there's a lot of hateful people out there, and low-key, you might be one of them. When should she tell you? I don't know. I am not trans, right? I've never done that before. It's probably different for everybody. But if she does tell you, you know what that means? That means she really likes you. That means she trusts you. And I'm not going to say you have to like her back, right? But everybody deserves respect, including trans women. And this type of hate and justification of violence, that's not it, okay? If it's not your cup of tea, don't drink it. I respect it. But you low-key, maybe give it a try. You might like it.
Look, I like your music, MGK, but you did not give a good response. If it's not my cup of tea, why are you even handing it to me? Now, the main problem with the way he answered this question, and on a side note, this guy's girlfriend is a trans girlfriend. So you can understand right away, this guy is going to have biases when he answers this type of question. And if you notice, he approaches this question as if a transgender is dating someone, the only feelings that matters is the transgenders. Why is that? Why is that the case? Why is it that if you're a transgender and you want to date someone, does only your feelings matter when you're dating? Look, let's go over to what he said to if a transgender is tricking you. Now, right out the gate, he instantly says no. And then he gives a couple of reasons of why it's not tricking someone if a transgender doesn't tell you they're a trans. The first reason was maybe they're not that interested or they don't think the relationship will go far. And the second reason was because maybe they don't trust you. There's a lot of hateful people out there. Now, there's two flaws in this thought. Again, this is only respecting the transgender's feelings. Look, as a man, I'm telling you right now, I would never date a transgender just because I don't ever want to date a man. So with that being said, there is no reason for me to even go on a romantic dinner date with a transgender. Now, in my opinion, if a man asked out someone who happened to be a transgender and they accept the date and don't tell them they're a transgender, but that man already knows he never wants to date a transgender, will never do anything with a transgender, will never live a life with a transgender, then why is that transgender accepting that date? You're wasting his money and you're wasting his time. So in that case, you should have said right out the gate, well, I'm a transgender and I just want to be fair to tell you that before this goes anywhere. Because for that transgender to hide it and still go on that date is assuming that that man's not looking for a real relationship. Not all men are trying to hit it and quit it. Some men are looking for real relationships and someone to spend their life with and are serious about dating. So all you really did was waste that man's time, waste that man's hope, and waste that man's money. And to MGK, you should be able to do this continuously until you're ready, which leads to his second point that they might not trust you because there's a lot of hateful people out there and they don't know how you're going to act. So if you're scared of people hurting you and being hateful towards you because you're a transgender, how does it make sense that you string someone along, wasting their time, their money, probably even kissing them, being physical, and then all of a sudden you're going to decide to tell this person, hey, I'm a trans. Now, I'm just saying, if that person hated transgenders, imagine how he's going to feel now. If you thought you were in danger on minute 1, imagine 6 months in. And let's be all the way real. That person might not have even had a problem with transgenders, but he does now, all because of you. So to sit there and say a transgender might not trust you enough to tell you, well, if they don't trust you enough to tell you the truth, they don't need to be dating you. So now let's move on to part B of what he said. He addressed when should they tell you? And he said straight out, I don't know. But if they do tell you, it's because they like you and respect you. Again, this is a biased way of thinking that if a transgender tells you the truth, it's because you're special. How about if a transgender tells you they're a transgender, it's because they're honest and respectful people. Like I said, I'm not sure why transgenders approach dating as if the other person's feeling, time, effort absolutely does not matter. All that matters is when you're comfortable and when you want to say something. And I know they like to point out hate crimes towards transgenders, but a lot of those hate crimes happen because they stay secretive like this, will sleep with people, be physical with people, and then when those people find out that they were a transgender, they lose it. And honestly, that's a form of sexual abuse and should probably be criminally punished if you do such a thing. Do you understand what you could do to a person? Do you understand what you could do to a man if you make him sleep with another man and he never knew it and then one day finds out that he did? This sounds okay to the transgender community. No, what you should do is be upfront and tell them. And if you don't want to tell them, then simply decline the date and move on. Until you find someone that you feel comfortable telling and starting that relationship with. Whatever made you feel comfortable. Maybe it was a side conversation and you overheard something and you know, hey, they down with the trans. Fine. But to sit there and play a game with someone who has no intentions on trying to be with a transgender doesn't make sense. What's going on in your head? That maybe they'll fall in love with you so much that when you break the news, they won't care? That's a really dumb thought. This is sexuality. People are set in their sexualities. So that's the video of MGK telling us that transgenders aren't tricking us when they're tricking us. So now that you know, if you date a transgender, they don't give a damn about your feelings. All I need you guys to do is comment below. Tell me what you think. Should a transgender tell you they're a transgender right out the gate if you're trying to date them? Or they're trying to date you? Or should they not tell you anything because it's all about them? But while you're telling me your thoughts, I'm also going to need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hit checker button and subscribe with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. All my life. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Can't help I. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. That's why I. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.